Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Your Football Show, and it's time for your Leeds versus Leicester post-match chat. Before we get into the video, as is always the case, please do smash me a like on the video. More likes, more views, more subs. Also, subscribe to the channel. We're so close to 9K. Get your comments in and hit the notification bell because I do a number of live streams throughout the week. Look, I'm absolutely gutted. I am, but I have to take a lot of positives. Of course, new manager comes in. You want a new manager bounce. We didn't get a positive result. We didn't even get a point. Of course, points win prizes at this stage in the season. We now have 11 games left. If results go against us, we could end up in the relegation zone after today's fixtures, this round of fixtures. But there are plenty of positives in that for me. Of course, at times some of these games are going to be boring under a different coach. I felt a little bit of that, but I thought Leeds United did compete. We were competitive. We were in the game of football. We had conceded 2.6 goals on average per game over in the first half, in the last like 4 or 5 games. Today, almost a shutout till about the 70-odd minute, whenever it was then, that Harvey Barnes, and he loves a goal against us. Harvey Barnes always performs against us, loves a goal against us. It's that thing when he was due to sign for Leeds and then he went to West Brom, and it's just, sometimes you get them little things in football. That's 4 in 4 for him now against Leeds United. But Leeds United were more than deserved of something from the game. Like I said, Leicester had an XG of 0.35. Our XG was 2.14. You know, we should have won that game. We had 19 shots. I think 19 shots on target. More shots overall, but 19 on target. And of course, people will say, well, if you don't take your chances, you don't win games. And I get that. But it's the fact that we were competitive. We looked structurally better defensively. Your XG shows you that. I thought we dealt with the threat of Jamie Vardy. I'd like to say we dealt with Harvey Barnes. I thought Dallas certainly grew into it because Harvey Barnes had him on toast for the early 10-15 minutes. But he was the one that unpicked us. Nice little 1-2, some positive substitutions made from Brendan Rodgers. And we know their squad. They have a very, very good squad. And it looks like Leicester might have turned a corner. Huge result for them. They're in the top 10. They're a good side. Let's not forget that. But that's what I'm saying. We've competed and done really well against a very good side. For me, I can take the positives and look now at future games. And I also look at it and think, even against some of the tougher oppositions, we're going to be more competitive. We're going to be more competitive. It's harsh. It's a harsh result today because we didn't deserve to lose, to be behind. Certainly not to be behind when it happened. But there are a lot of positives to take. A bit more luck in front of goal. I mean, look, at the end of the day, Kasper Schmeichel got man of the match. And he made some fantastic saves as well. There was a Harrison chance on his left foot where James put him through. I thought the front four at times played really well together. The one that started, Rafinha, Rodrigo, Harrison and James, I thought they played really well. There was the Firpo chance as well, which was blocked, which I think, if it's not blocked by Soyuncu, probably Kasper Schmeichel saves that as well. James had an effort. He made a number of saves. Rafinha as well, when that one got fizzed across, great ball across from Harrison. And he dealt with that one as well. So, it says a lot when you get 19 shots on target. Their goalkeeper, the home goalkeeper, gets man of the match. So you have to take your positives from that. Of course, Bamford was in the squad today. That's huge because the sooner we get him back, the better. Because there's a number of chances today that he probably takes or is in decent position when balls are played in. And all I'll say from my personal standpoint, I know we need points at this moment in time and points do win prizes. But as long as we perform like that and go into games with the same mindset, same ethos and defensive structure, we will get wins. We will get wins out of these next 11. We will repeat the chances created. And if Bamford's on the pitch, you add, Calvin in there as well. Just a little bit more continuity with the lineup, the players that are playing, more work under Jesse Marsch. These results will come. I'm quite confident, actually. I'm gutted about the results. It ruins your weekend. But I am actually quite confident that we can get some positive results, I mean, look at Ilian Meslier today. He had naught to do. He had naught to do. Nothing to do, really. I know we still lost the game 1-0, but when was the last time he played 90 minutes with so few shots? So fair play from that standpoint, It's a solid first showing from Jesse Marsch, We created the majority of chances. Okay, possession at times, especially in the first half, was more so Leicester. But defensively, we look strong. We look strong, and not at our best, like, because we are missing players in there as well. Obviously, Ayling started at centre back, which I was very, very shocked at. Dallas at right back. Koch went into the double pivot alongside Click. I thought Koch played well there. I've been really impressed with him there. I'd like to see him at centre back, to be honest. I'd like to see him at centre back, and maybe when Calvin's back, you will see a double pivot of Calvin, of Calvin and Click, and then you might see Koch and Llorente or Koch and Strauch. It'll be interesting to see. But I thought Click and Koch did okay in there. I think there's a conversation to be had about Rafinha, because obviously he was playing more as a wide number 10 as opposed to an actual wide player in the 4-2-2-2-2. And do we get the best of him in them areas? Because we know when he's playing on the wing, he gets so much space and so much joy when he's running at speed at centre back, at fullbacks. He doesn't get that time and space in that central area that we're going to like to play in under Jesse Marsch. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that works. You know, I thought Harrison had a good game as well, and there seems to be much more reliance on Jack Harrison. He created 4 chances in that first half, which was more than the Leeds United team in Leicester. I think they created 2 apiece, but Jack Harrison on his own had created 4. There was more reliance on him. You could tell set pieces were worked on as well, both defensively and, you know, attacking. That was good to see. And, you know, he can deliver a ball, can Jack Harrison, you know, and I'd much rather see him on them on a regular basis, to be honest. Disappointed, obviously, not to win the game. I thought we were worthy of a clean sheet as well, which would have been nice, because last time we had one of them was November against Crystal Palace. But there's enough positives to take from Jesse Marsch's first game as Leeds United's coach. And we move on now. You know, we move on to Villa. Huge games coming up. Villa and Norwich, massive. Ellen Road, packed out. It's going to be some atmosphere, and I think, you know, we can take positive results in them. I do, because I've seen enough from today. I think we were very, very hard done by today. You know, very, very hard done by today. The XG tells you that. You know, the fact that their goalkeeper got man of the match tells you that. I thought defensively, you know, they were strong today as well. Albeit for me, it's their weakest part of the side, but we competed. They weren't massive open spaces. We limited them to a few chances. You know, so as gutted as I am, you have to take the positives. By Thursday against Aston Villa, you could have Bamford back in this side starting alongside Rodrigo. You know, there's a lot. You know, Gelhardt came on, did his bit, tried to run. I feel like we put too much pressure on him. I was frustrated, not at the Roberts substitution, because I actually think Roberts in them tight areas could flourish under Jesse Marsch. I do believe that. But when he got injured, props to him for staying on the pitch, but it actually was hindering us at one point, because people were passing him the ball, because football's played at such a frantic pace. You just see a white shirt, a white body in space. They were giving him the ball, and he couldn't move, the poor lad. Do you know what I mean? So I'd have probably said, just take him off. Just take him off. But look, the shape was there. Organisation was there. Chance creation was there. Everything was there. The nucleus there of us to be able to move forward. Of course, a point. We deserved at least a point. The most negative Leeds fan, you must understand and know that. We deserved at least that. But the nucleus and everything's there now for us to be able to move on and get some positive results. You just got to hope and pray results go for us this weekend. Let's hope all them below us lose. And then we can go again on Thursday with one less game played, and hopefully put some more distance between us and the bottom 3 when we play Aston Villa. But listen, thanks as always for watching the Just Your Football show. Nice one if you watch me for the watch along. If you didn't watch the watch along, there'll be a highlight show a little bit later on, so make sure you jump on that as well. Subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, like the video, and yeah, hit that notification bell for when we go live, and I'll see you all in a bit. Peace out now. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.